I'm now up to part 45 of my magazine game collection. And this time I think they're all strategy and tactics magazines again. The first one I don't have the magazine for, I only have the game for. It is called Red Beach 1 Tarawa. And I think this was an S&T number 142, if I'm remembering correctly. Don't hold me to that. But it was designed by Mike Joslin, I think. And I remember playing this way back in the 90s. And I think it's a solitaire game. And I found it kind of tedious at the time. You play the U.S. 2nd Marine Division. And I mean, it was an okay game, but I thought I didn't really enjoy it that much, to be totally frank. But I think, if you want something covering Tarawa, then this might be the game, easy enough one to find. This next is S&T number 146. It is part of a series called the Italian Campaign, and the first release was Sicily. And this is back in 1991, and it's a game system designed by John Shetler, and he had some Pas de Calais was one of the main games in the system, and the problem is it's a great system, but it didn't translate well into the magazine game format. Although the maps are beautiful. I mean, they really are. This is Sicily, and you know, um, it didn't translate very well because of the rules limitations and the time you got to get this game out within they had a strict time schedule. So, and I played this back when it came out, and I did like it quite a bit. But there are better Sicily games out there. In fact, S&T had one in issue 89, I think, Race to Messina, Sicily Race to Messina, and that's definitely, I think, a better game than this one for Sicily. Obviously, I like the Gamers Sicily 2 and the original Sicily they did. I like a lot because I love Dean Essig's designs. But this game, I did play it and enjoy it back in the day. I mean, we're talking back in the 90s, I think I played this last. So that's issue 146 of S&T. I know some of the rules problems were addressed in a later issue with the Anzio version of the game. So, it's still confusing to try to put everything together. And since I'm on that topic, this is S&T 150. The Italian campaign continued, but now the Salerno end run landings. So this is also designed by John Shetler using the Pas de Calais system. Again, there are rules issues and errata. It's I played the game and I did enjoy it because at the time it's the only thing I really had myself on this topic. But you do have to be willing to solve your own problems with the rules. So that's S&T 150. This is S&T number 200. It is the French Foreign Legion. Terrible cover here. You can't even read the title on it, but I see what they were trying to do. I think this is a double issue. It's a hard one to get in the secondhand market, and I'm not exactly sure why it's fairly expensive. This is the campaigns of the French Foreign Legion is designed by Joe Miranda, and it's the Sun Never Sets system, which came out in a box game. Then it came out with Sun Never Sets 2 in S&T magazine, again as a double issue. Very good games. And then I think the first iteration was the first Afghan war in one of the earlier S&Ts. I think it might have been 179. And I know I did a video on that, and I've certainly written articles on that. Overall, I like the Sun Never Sets system. I think this entry might be the weakest entry in the system. And my version, unfortunately, didn't come with the Vietnam map for the Tonkin scenario. So that's probably why I got a good price on buying this in the secondhand market. But The Sun Never Sets is a very interesting system to explore of the colonial campaigns in the late mid to late 1800s by the British Empire. I think this game has Algeria and Dahomey in it also, but I don't remember. Anyway, I do recommend that system. And this is the last one I'm looking at, S&T 155, and this is the Italian campaign Anzio, again by John Shetler. And yes, it can be linked up with Salerno and Sicily. And there's another one coming up soon called MedWar that has the strategic connection to add the naval and air war into it with units on a strategic level map. This, though, is not a complete game. You can't play this without having, I believe you need Salerno. And it has 5 scenarios in it, though, that you can, I think it's 5 scenarios, and you can use the updates to the rules to kind of smooth things out. But I will say it's still an adventure trying to get this thing all assimilated with Sicily, Salerno, Anzio, and then eventually linking it through MedWar. Anyway, I have it because there's nothing else like this system and this, for me, with the Italian campaign. So that's why I have this collection. And if you're really interested in it and you want to tinker, it's certainly probably for you. But if you're just looking for a straight play out of the box, I don't know. Anyway, that is a part, I think, 45 of my magazine game collection. If you stayed with me this long, thanks for watching and have a great day.